Hey, we're here at WNJC. We're about to go
You can talk
live.
about it. You can talk about it.
I talk about it. We're on WNJC right now. We're about to go live to answer some questions. Wasn't ready for that, but we're doing what we can.
And this time I'll remember to hit save so you can actually see what we're recording right now.
Oh, that'd be great. You know, it's better than the last time we recorded just the audio.
Yeah. We recorded an entire hour-long show, so everybody knows our first show, and of course I hit stop record.
Yeah, and
I missed a little button that said
the whole
save.
world missed my one-man nude scene. Fuck, man. Oh, well. It wasn't anything special.
See, we can let that slide right now.
14,
Get that out. Get that out right now.
14 inches of fury, and you missed it because Buddy didn't save it. That's my life.
Oh my god. At least this is working better.
Yeah, this is exciting.
A little nervous? Here we go. Cheers.
Some wine, some Cabernet, Sauvignon, twisty bottle in plastic cups. Hey, it's
classy. We stay classy.
This room looks nice. Some of the pictures of people that were probably on this show.
Yeah,
maybe.
A lot of sports pictures. It's crazy. We'll show you when we're walking in. Bill Cosby's here.
Bill Cosby's here. He's sleeping in the back.
Buddy Smith and Brian and Mike. There's a new.
Oh,
there we go.
Which is like
the movies with Buddy and Brian. So they're going to be in the studio when we come.
Oh, we're not on it.
No, we're not on yet. We're just this goes out to our website. We have buddyandbrian.com. You can check us out there.
Does my hair look good for this radio show?
They're not going to see us.
Oh, shit.
Well, they'll see us here on our website.
That's right. My hair looks like a mess right now. I just woke up.
Yeah. I'm not ready for this.
No one ever
Oh
is.
my gosh. Really? The Nutcracker? From a bong hit into the Nutcracker.
That is the best sound of my life.
That's how we roll. You remember that Macaulay Culkin Nutcracker movie that came out like the 90s?
Yes! It was all.
Talking about movies, I dragged my mom to take me. I was like, I want to see Miss Doubtfire. I want to see a fucking Nutcracker with Macaulay Culkin.
And how was it?
I am so glad that I saw Miss Doubtfire.
Oh, man. Well, we're going to get this out now. All the cursing you want, Brian. Go for it.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Can't do it later.
No, can't do it later. But, it'll be fun.
More do you want? More.
Bring the bottle in.
Yeah.
Bring the bottle.
Bring a bottle.
I need some
I
Jack.
think it's just sit on the floor. And
Brian, follow me.
We're ready. All right, here we go.
have fun, bye.
First live show. You can follow us. What's up?
You guys are sharing light right here.
That's fun. Setting up. This is my setup. Oh, so as we're doing the show, I'm recording the show. I also have a live stream from the show to our website, audiobrian.com. Guys, how you doing? Oh man, this is awesome. This is how I set up. This is how we're going to do our show, so I figured let me get this technical shit set up. We got out our cursing, everybody, right? You can't hear us right now? No, we're on. We got out our cursing. We said, fuck, whatever. We got out there.
Yes, sure.
He goes on. How are we on time? How are we on time?
I thought this would be a good segue. Let's go to the movies.
Oh, yes. It's good.
What's up? I want to hear. I want to hear. Man, Jimmy. Say it, I'm totally making fun of that. Shotgun, I get to make fun of that.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be great.
You're not allowed. No. What's happening? You don't play. You're on play. He's on play. Cheers, our cigarette. Oh, you want? Yeah, you want? Can I have your attention just for 1 second, guys? Can you shut that for 1 second? Try it, dude! I swear to God! Okay. I'm gonna intro Buddy and Brian Wilson talking. I'm gonna bounce for about 5 minutes. I gotta calm my voice down. So then you guys are just gonna take over and talk for me.
Can I make fun of that first?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna break that up. Put it away. I'm gonna start laughing and be like,
What's happening? I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna try to think of it. Yeah, that is one set up. Here we go. Jeez. Everywhere. No, not it's pretty game. Here we go, guys. Right here, we're cutting the song short. Oh, God, that's terrible.
oh, we got one for you.
Oh, yeah. We're doing the remix.
Oh my god. But that'll be like the Jay-Z version you're gonna play next.
And,
No, that's all. I'm talking about this song. Jay-Z should have did an entire album of remaking the whole entire soundtrack of that. Now you should have.
Brian, you said you should?
Yeah, you should, absolutely. You should have Notorious B.I.G. for like, bits and pieces before like, you said, have like recordings come in. Like,
Alright, guys.
I love when you call it big pop cards. I have not played.
Silence.
Alright, so
Tim, welcome back to the show. You're listening to Coffee and Cigarettes. Tim, can you explain to what just happened during the break?
basically we just decided that Jimmy is no longer allowed to play with toys. For anybody that was listening during the song, you should have seen the look of terror in Lewis's face when out of nowhere. Well, the second one was a car commercial. I don't even know what that was, but basically,
With his laptop.
he still got it plugged into the soundboard, and it's just like, oh, let's see what this does. Oh my God!
I'm wired.
The look of fear, it was hilarious. But seriously, it was terrifying.
I jumped up from my chair and I'm like, oh my God, Jimmy, that just went to air.
Oh man! We even worked in a show. We didn't pay royalties from it. I just saved me like $15. The best part is, like, people listening to that song probably walk into this just like, I have no idea what this is. What am I listening to? Our one listener is the guy that produced that album. It's amazing.
Welcome back to the show. You'll see the Coffee and Cigarettes. I'm Louis Twitchell Santani. I'm here with my beautiful co-host Tim Reinhardt and round boy Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, see, you didn't get an adjective. You didn't get an adjective now. It's your turn.
You're all special to me. That's correct for I love you. I love you. Welcome to our show. We have two very special guests. These two gentlemen actually have a new radio program starting here in a couple of weeks on 1360 AM, and they're talk shows about movies, talking about B movies. The new show, B Movies with Buddy and Brian, coming to 1360 AM, WNJC. The two hosts, they're in studio with us now. Welcome, Buddy and Brian.
How are you doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing great now that you're here. So tell us a little bit about this show that you guys got coming up.
Alright, so some of you guys remember back in the day.
Hello, Brian. You're listening right now to Brian Enright. Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's going on, Lewis? I'm Brian Enright, and hey, what's going on? So, I think I remember, like, back in the day, walking through, like, oh, I don't know, let's go back, Suncoast video. No, I'm probably more of a rock star.
Oh, go back 5 stars.
Yeah, let's even go back to 5
You
stars.
guys remember Nickelodeon?
You used to walk through a movie store, and you would look at all the different covers and be like, this movie looks pretty cool. I want to take home Jesus Christ Superstar and watch it. And then you'd be like, wow, that was really good. Now, where do I move on to next? Oh, Ghoulies 3. That was great. Ooh. So you walk through, like, the movie store, and you're like, man, this was a great childhood. But now you have everything at the internet nowadays. You have everything being destroyed. But now Netflix is back, and it's just bringing out all these different varieties of movies that you haven't seen in years or have never seen at all.
Because you wouldn't normally have access to nowadays.
Exactly, and the only time you had this access was walking through like a mom and pop video store. So anyway, that's what we were talking about. We were young and we used to go around movie stores, and now we want to bring back our reviews, our standpoints.
That's all, Brian. I'm sorry to cut you off. How old are you, by the way, Brian? I'm right.
I'm 35. I'm not kidding. I'm 25.
25. Welcome to the show, buddy.
How you doing, Luke?
Good. How are you, buddy?
I'm only 21.
See, I love this. Two guys in their early 20s talking about not just the current movies, but B movies. I think our generation today, people forget about so many classic films. And I'm sure on your show you'll talk about new movies as well. But just to go over that whole broad span fan of all different types of movies. I would look at these two young guys and I wouldn't think that, oh my God, they couldn't possibly know all this. No, but they do open their minds to movies past, present, and all. I think that's a fantastic idea. Buddy, let me ask you a question. What's your favorite genre of film?
My favorite genre of film, it mixed between comedy and horror, more sliding towards horror.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Double feature.
I see. I usually treat that.
Back to the Crypt.
Back to, what's your favorite horror film?
My favorite horror film, the original Evil Dead. I have to agree with you. The new one, not so much. No, I'm not talking about action. It's got to have action. It's got to have the fake blood, gore, everything like that. You know, realistic violence back there.
Camp.
Oh yes.
The camp of that film was amazing.
Oh God, the camp.
You know what I mean? And I loved it when they took it to the next level, and even Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was a big budget film.
Absolutely.
But it still had lovely, beautiful camp in it. And I believe I gotta agree with you on that one. That's one of my favorite old-time horror flicks.
So let's pose that same question to Brian. Like, if you were gonna go with one of the genres, what are you going with?
Oh man, my favorite genre of all time, and a lot of people agree with me, such as Quentin Tarantino. Blaxploitation is the best genre ever. 70s gold, especially Superfly. You got Boss. I can't say the last name of that movie. But it's got Blackula, Scream. Oh God, it was such a great time. It's all those movies. Dolomite.
Now, God. Boy.
Yeah, and they all had the same thing in common. The hero was some crack dealer trying to get by. And that was every movie. Even like, I don't know, The Wiz. Same plot.
So now, what brought you guys to this idea of starting up this show, doing this thing?
I don't know. I was drunk one night. No, I'm kidding. A buddy got to me. We went to go see Lewis, and we could see Lewis do a live comedy show at the bowling alley.
Well, not just Lewis. You forgot Jimmy over there.
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, you were amazing too. I just thought your name was Rob for the longest time, but I really appreciated you. That's
You know, it's not every day that a 25-year-old looks at you and says, I appreciated you. I want you to just tell them that, or I'll give you their email. I appreciate you.
But that puts an awkward state on our part. Let me email your younger son or daughter and tell them how great you are.
Yeah, you're not Lewis.
I think how that email starts.
Hey there, young buck. I just saw your dad in the bowling alley.
I have puppies and candy on a white van with no windows.
And drugs.
So now get back to this. So you see these guys at the bowling alley. You're watching their show, and how does it hit you? How does this happen?
Well, good. He approached me, he's like, yeah, you want to do a show? And I'm like, yeah, let's do a show. And like, for a while we were thinking about it, and then like, you know, we went our separate ways, went home, and I was like, you know what? I saw this clown over a movie stop, and you know, me and him have the same thing in common. We go in the movie stop, and we don't leave till 2 hours later with like 15 DVDs, you know, sometimes less than that.
Worst thing is, my fiance hates that. She's standing in the back, walking all over the place, and she'll walk up to me, and now she'll stand real close to me, and she'll just stand there. She gives you the face. She's like, "I want to leave. I wanted to leave an hour ago. I wanted to leave 2 hours ago." And that's the worst part. And then the one day again, like you said, I see him in there, and he's got his girlfriend, and we're doing the same thing.
Oh, they're there for 2 hours, then they're like, let me get your room and watch the 16 Good God.
Well, you know what, my girlfriend, she's adorable. She actually enjoys going to movie stops with me. We come in and, you know, I was just like, hey, you want to watch Westworld? And she's like, oh my God, you're better than it? She loves classic movies. So we went home, we watched the crap out of Westworld. We're like, yeah, Robot Yul Brynner? That's how you do it. That's better than that sequel to Annie and Annie 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Future World, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, Future World. Yeah.
Around after that.
Yeah.
You guys are knowledgeable, I tell you, because you know I'm a lot older than you fellas, and I have been.
Oh, no, you're not.
You know, yeah, like twice. So, but honestly, I could, you know, I've been with these geeks my whole life, and I always loved the B-flicks. When they came out with these. You know, that has gone away, you know, all your Suncoast videos, you were saying, all those video stores. I was the guy who would go in and look for the artist's rendition.
Also known as the adult section.
Yeah, well, yeah. And if they had saloon doors, I was in there. You had saloon doors. If you had beaded curtains. Yeah, if you had a curtain or beads, I wasn't into that. It was more like a feel like a gunslinger when you walk in there, you know. have a reason every hand here, John. But now you see, I lost my train of thought on this. But I always like, and I would go in, I would look for, all my friends would say, don't get the ones with the cartoon on it. Because that means that there wasn't a scene good enough in the movie to put on the cover. But those were the movies, man. Yeah. The B-flick, low budget, really nitty-gritty, fun movies.
See, now there's my question right there. Like, just for the three of you right now, I mean, with the closing of all these, just walk-in video stores, things like that, like, how does that hit you? The fact that, like, Blockbuster going out of business, things like that.
It's great.
Their entire stock is on sale on Amazon for 99 cents a piece.
I had a love-hate relationship with Blockbuster. Like, yeah, it was there, but yeah, my late fee was over $100 because, hey, I really wanted to take home, what's the name of the movie? I wanted to take home Ghoulies 3, and I never wanted to return it. I'll tell you, that one scene in that movie scares me to death, and it will always haunt me in my dreams. It's a scene where the guy is going to the bathroom, and he's like, "Don't drug yourself." He's going to the bathroom, and he opens up the toilet, and he starts doing this thing, and then a ghoulie comes out and just wraps his junk. I am so afraid of that. I have nightmares about that.
I have not peed in 3 years.
You think a movie was scary? Okay, happened to me one time in Gloucester, and it wasn't a movie. And she was a redhead.
They're the worst.
Can't believe she was in the toilet like that.
So now you said that Living Dead. Listen, I got a lot on my mind right now. I gotta figure out how to talk in a microphone while looking at someone.
You did touch on something though that I want to get to. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Oh, okay. Now, is that your favorite scary movie out of the actual scary of it, or just kind of like the ridiculous?
That is my favorite movie out of the realism of it, because when they made that movie, they didn't know how to fake it. That was a low-budget film made in a backwoods cabin. All the violence you see was real. Anything you saw like
girls died.
Okay, well that was
2 girls possessed.
Yeah, but think of the residuals they say.
Oh man.
I'm talking about, like, you see a camera crashing through a window. That is a guy throwing a camera through a window because they didn't know how to fake it back then. Ash is, limping halfway through the movie, and the director was poking his ankle with a stick to keep him limping through weeks of filming, and that's the realism. That's why I liked it.
Well, I heard the girls didn't actually die until after the movie was over, and they had a premiere party at Bruce Campbell's house.
So now, for both of you, scariest movie you've ever seen?
Kazam. You ever see Shaquille O'Neal act? That is
Great summer. Box. Shaquille O'Neal is Kazam in Kazam 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Kazam 2, the free throw. So what about you? Scariest movie?
Scariest movie of all time. I'm going to be a little bit on a serious note. I have to say that the scariest movie of all time is Jacob's Ladder with Tim Robbins.
Oh, good show.
Oh, yeah. If you don't get it, oh, man.
In the back of that bus with that thing shaking its head, it blew me away.
Oh, man.
Creepy stuff.
And that was a big budget movie, and the storyline. A lot of movies take the concept of storyline. I'm going to spoiler alert. Jacob was pretty much dead. All the dreams that he had was him, dying, and there was like that story. And then you got all these movies coming out. You got even video games like Silent Hill. Silent Hill takes that, the whole like purgatory thing, and it's like really creepy, and and you find out the main character is dead. So that thing is like that's what scares me.
And once again, it was Macaulay Culkin, kind of like he.
Oh, that was a scary spoiler.
Why am I here?
I think that was.
Do I exist? Yes.
I think that was like the scariest part of the movie, but also the funniest part of the movie. It's just like, oh my god, Tim Robbins missed his son, and then you picture it's like little Macaulay Culkin, like I'm gonna go over because I lived in a generation where the first movie I saw was Home Alone, and 10 years later I saw Jacob's Ladder.
He didn't age.
That happened. I'm going to speak on behalf of a lot of people that never played Silent Hill yet. I say yet. And also never saw that movie yet.
They actually share a character. The guy with the big hammer.
Pyramid Head.
Yeah, Pyramid. He is basically the same character as Resident Evil.
Yeah, Nemesis.
I think the guy, he doesn't really have a name. He's the guy that he showed me when he was trying to bash in with the same exact tool.
Okay.
Trying to smash in.
I'm sorry. Let me. Pyramid Head was Resident Evil. I'm sorry. No, Pyramid Head was Silent Hill.
Yes. But it's almost the same character. It's bizarre, you know. They have that transcendent thing goes across. What I was getting to is you guys had mentioned a movie earlier. You actually did it by mistake. Return of the Living Dead.
Oh my God!
Now, Return of the Living Dead they actually had a sequel to that where they used the same character, the same characters in a different situation that became zombies. And it was good. It was the guy from the old Pathmark commercial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You guys been doing a Pathmark commercial around here for years. You know, come to Pathmark. Oh, really? Save your money with double coupons. And then boom, he's a zombie guy. But you know, they actually made 2 films that were exactly the same, but they were a spoof kind of zombie.
Oh yeah. I think they were actually produced by HBO. That was like one of the HBO's like first like movies that got on HBO in the beginning. Yeah, and the scary thing about the first one, even though it was like so campy, so cheesy, like 80s soundtrack, one had no on, it was like punk, you know, looked like the Warriors, but you know, like, a little more like, you know, glam rock. But it was like you couldn't kill these zombies. You could not kill them. They even had like a demonstration where they took off the head, they smashed it in the ass.
They speared the wall.
And it was still chasing after him. Like the very first zombie is a naked zombie that has a test subject. He comes out and they cut off his head. He's running after them. The head's inside the bag, like, and then the sequel came. They're like, all right, well, you know, we got at least your show how to kill these zombies. And I think it was like electrocution that killed them or something like that.
It was the 2 main characters were the same guys. That's what blew me away about it. I'm like, wait a minute. The jock and the old guy.
Yeah.
They redid it, but that's the cool part about independent film. You know?
Well, the worst thing, the worst roles actually. The jock actually played the old guy, and I'm kidding. Right?
Well, the worst thing about Return of the Living Dead is
It's after midnight.
They not only spawned 1 sequel, but 3. There was 3 sequels to the Return of the Living Dead. That went on the
I just saw one too, The Reverend.
Yeah,
he was in the same tank as they found in the basement. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess that would be almost a spin-off of that as well.
Now, I think the cool thing about the zombie genre is that there's an infinite amount of stories you can tell because it's basically everyone's survival story. Right, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, you can take any kind of you can take any kind of character, any kind of situation, just throw it together, and you know. And I'm not saying that in a sort of condescending way. I love. The whole zombie
having a kid, that's a zombie story.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, I think Mommy Dearest is the best zombie movie ever made.
What would be your survival plan? If there was a zombie outbreak right now, what would be your survival plan? What would you do?
I would drink and watch myself become the infected and chase everyone I can. It was so kind of through the eyes of the zombie. I mean, you know, you're rotting, and it's not much fun because you know you don't care for your loved ones very much. But you know they're probably just as delicious as much as you love them.
That was grim. That was a very grim answer compared to whatever I was. I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna find a Walmart. I'm gonna hunker down. I'm gonna out the doors. And I'm just find a beautiful woman somewhere. I thought it was going to be something along those lines.
We could take the car, go to Mum's, kill Phil, grab Liz, go to the car,
nice.
have a pint, and wait for all this to blow over.
It's time look up.
We had an idea with these guys. We wanted to.
I got some lines from movies. I'm going to see if I can spunk you guys.
Oh God!
Some of them are kind of easy.
That's not fair.
Oh come on, this isn't too bad. Some of them are going to be real easy.
Can you put me a bottle of James now that bar you have? You know, I need to drink a little more answer this question.
Kim Kardashian joked out all night. I said that when I got into it earlier, I cut off. But yes, her baby came 4 weeks early. Not the 1 million thing that came early on.
Oh man! I heard that there was a big thing about how she wanted to eat her baby's placenta. Like it was on Mario Lopez on like
You made a sip out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Alien chips.
The last 3 seasons.
So now, what are we going to call this little thing that we're going to be
Stump the bees.
Stump the bees.
I like that.
So we're starting the quiz question on our 2 movie gurus, Brian Enright and Buddy Smith. And guys, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Coffee and Cigarettes, we have Brian and Buddy on the show. They have a new talk show coming up on right here on 1360 AM. all about B movies, and it's called B Movies with Buddy and Brian. So we're going to start this trivia, huh, Tim?
I think my favorite part about this is the one time that calls for a sound effect. Here we say, oh, what's the name of this segment? Just nothing, absolutely nothing. And in the meantime, every time he goes to a break, it's just like, oh, listen to this bomb, like every 2 seconds. The one time we're waiting for a sound effect, nothing. You're doing great. Somebody plug in his computer.
It's very man.
You and those sound effects.
Sign effects? No, that's what I was listening impaired audience.
Hey, this is the song I always try to play whenever we're doing a segment. This is the one. This is the one I do.
Is that a Subway commercial?
Now, this is the song. I always try to. Ready? All right, here's our new segment. Brian and Brian, Stump the Bees.
Ah, I love that.
You like that?
I like this. You choose that. So the question is what movie this was first from? Did I say Cheech and Chong Up and Smoke or no?
All right, tell me, from what film have you heard this line, my friend? This is going back to the 70s.
Okay, let's do it.
You with the town.
Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles! We're off to a good start.
All right, Jimmy, what is our next question for Stump the Bee?
That's also my favorite Gene Wilder movie.
Here we go. This one, I guess, was a layer, like, I think in the OOs sometime, but I have to call it, because of the guy that actually speaks this, I gotta call it a B-flick.
Okay.
Listen up and tell me, for what movie would you have heard this? Oh, sorry, that's wrong. That's just a
Kim Kardashian's baby being born.
I trust Jimmy in to call me and see what happens. Jimmy Ramboy Graham is having a little trouble with his
Here we go.
All right,
One more time, here we go.
all right, here we go. I've done it. Oh, what?
I done it.
Oh, never mind.
I done it. No. Stephen King film.
All right, guys, you have your own talk show on 1360 AM Wnjc called B Movies with Buddy and Brian. Please tell me you know something about movies.
Well, this was an adaptation of a book by Stephen King. And this guy that is doing it is,
He was the landscaper.
Is that the name of the
Had to
film?
be the Dreamcatcher.
yes!
How did you get the landscaper?
Well, no, I remember the character. That's where you got to remember the person who gets the line.
I gotta be honest,
That's association.
I don't know the movies, I take that back, but I thought you were saying it's called The Landscaper.
No, that was the character.
Started walking through that.
He wasn't the smartest guy in the group.
That was actually Donnie Wahlberg.
Spanish listeners here at WNJC got excited.
Oh my God, that was done it from Dreamcatcher. I didn't. That really went past my head. I'm so sorry.
Ryan joined us.
Oh, yeah, I was out in the back, just not drinking.
This one goes back to the 80s. Now, this one is one of my favorite films in the world. I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't know this. This is one of the greatest. One of the greatest team-up movies I've ever seen.
Jimmy, are you talking about like Buddy filming the greatest two?
But these guys, these two co-stars together, they had worked together before, but not in a film. And this is on film. Here we go.
That's a dicta. What's a dicta? Tequila.
Okay.
First of all, I think we should give more hints before playing it.
That sounded a lot like. That sounded like Dan Aykroyd. Check it out. Am I right? Oh my God, is that Spies Like Us?
That is right now on air. When the hand is up, then we go to each other. We're not going to talk over each other. We're not going to be unprofessional. And I wanted to say something.
I'm sorry, Dan.
So wait, Jimmy, did they get it right?
Yes, they did.
Okay, good. Let's go to the last question before we go to break. We're talking to Buddy We're talking to Buddy Smith and Brian Enright, new host of B Movies with Buddy and Brian. And Jimmy, let's see if we can stump these bastards.
No more hints.
No more hints at all.
Here we go.
I want you to do to Casey what Captain Insano does to the bad guy.
Take your
Captain Insano. That was the
Yeah.
finger to the eye, so that would be Adam Sandler and the Little Boy.
That's pretty good.
That's not good. I hate Adam Sandler.
I gotta hand it to you, Buddy Smith, Brian Enright. You listening to Coffee and Cigarettes. I love this stuff. We'll be right back after this on 1360 AM WNJC. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed with it. They know their stuff.
Spies are like us, man. That guy.
That was a good movie.
That's one of my favorite team movies in the world.
Yeah. I love comedy movies that are Cold War during the 80s, you know? Are we all? Are we off there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just no dead air.
Where's the music?
Nice, very cool.
I'm sorry, the Spies Like Us thing only happens because I remember the fact that I episode. I was like, damn, that glue with a random 2 have a pips.
Guys, I need you guys to be quiet for a second. Listen to me. I love you guys all very much. Shows sound like crap when everyone talks over each other. I'm one of the biggest culprits of that. So let's try to like also look around the room when we're talking, because Jimmy might have a really funny line, and then I might chime in with bullshit and ruin his line if I'm not paying attention. The same thing with Tim. So let's just all be conscious, because everyone in this room has got talent, and I want the listeners to hear you guys. So I didn't mean to sound like an asshole when I was doing that.
No, you did.
I was half joking, but the other half wanted to jump on top of you and just molest you. So hold my mic's on. No, I'm kidding.
Well, you can look, real quick, you can find us at buddyandbrian.com.
Yeah, that's another thing. When we get back,
And when is the show? First show is July 4th. 9 to 10 p.m.
Okay, we haven't said that either.
yeah, hold on 1 second. Thank you, Jimmy. But what's the show called? I mean, the website is Buddy and Brian.
Yeah, www.buddyandbrian.com.
BUDDYANDBRYAN. Correct me. That's what I did. Hold on. It's OCD. BUDDYANDBRYAN.com.
Yes.
Okay? B Movies with Buddy and Brian is the name of the show, correct?
Yes.
And you'll be on Thursdays, 9 to 10 p.m.
Yes, that is
I
correct.
know. What's your first day you start?
July 4th.
4th of July.
Yeah.
4th is first show.
Try to find the most July B-movies.
So while fireworks are going off, people are like, oh man, these fireworks are amazing. I really want to know what happened to aliens.
Just that team today. My voice is starting to get shot again towards the
It
end.
is, man.
Which is weird, because you normally sound like an angel.
So I'm going to come back from break. I'm going to plug Action Video Sports again. Then I'm going to remind who our guests are on. And then you guys can go back to that. And again, I'm going to go back out and just try to rest my voice for a little bit. Okay?
Tell you what, why don't you do this? Instead of going out, just sit there.
Yeah.
Just no, we're still in the air. We're still in
Oh,
ours.
no, we're still in our
I'm trying to get this out of your face.
Oh no, it's fine. Dick calling.
I'm also trying to balance out the voices too. And it's perfect excuse because I want to save my voice. If I have to leave for 5 minutes, I have to also save these two guys that you can carry them and act on the show. Do you know what I mean? So,
No, I do think.
no, but seriously, thank you for carrying it. Seriously, you always got my back. Because in the beginning of the show, I didn't sound
grab more
this,
wine.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do it later. Yeah, absolutely. My voice sounded like that. You're gonna
Right, Tim. In the beginning of the show, I
Don't
didn't
strain
sound
yourself. Look, the microphone's there.
Here we go.
Stay closer and talk.
All right, cool.
So I know they record it too, but that's a live feed also.
Yeah.
So this is a live feed right to our website. There's also a video of everybody. So
Oh!
that's one right now. Yes, that's actually recording live to my laptop.
That's a video?
No, this is a video of us.
I have nothing to say to you.
So something else. I could have been. I could have been. You could be right here. I could have been there. Ready? This is our website. I can't see myself. What's going on? Well, now, because
Oh, yeah, no, they're live. Okay. Now watch, it's going to be delayed.
I can't handle that.
Discover what makes Lincoln Lincoln during the Lincoln Sales Event. For a limited time, it's the all-new Lincoln MKZ hybrid for $3 Visit your mobile dealer today.
And welcome back to the show. I'm Louis Sintet.
Circle.
Welcome back to the show.
Great.
You're listening to Coffee and Cigarettes right here on 1360 AM, Wnjc. Our show is brought to you by one of our featured sponsors today, Action Video and Sports Card Buy, Sell, Trade. This is an awesome store. They have everything from jewelry, coins, DVDs, music, CDs, collectibles. You name it, they got it. But this store is also special because they have a great big online business where you can get a lot of things on eBay. Jimmy, I can't read this without laughing. I look over, Rob or Jimmy Graham, just picture this. Let me finish. Just picture this big, rough guy with the beard, this voice kind of like mine, with this backwards Tiger Woods hat, and he's just giggling at his laptop. Tim, what's going on?
Oh my God, how does this work? No, I just wanted to play sound of cricket. No, I was playing Minesweeper before the kid goes to my door.
Action Video and Sports Cards, Buy, Sell, Trade. Guys, go to their website, buyingforcashnewjersey.com. Forgive me, it's the end of the show. My voice is shot. It is gone. But we're going to continue on with our guests. By the way, let me just tell you, Buddy Smith and Brian Enright, two new co-hosts of their new show, Beat Movies with Buddy and Brian. Guys, thanks for coming to the show.
Yeah, very welcome. Thank you for inviting us.
Nice. Now, before we continue with you, just want to let the listeners know that you can listen to Beat Movies with Buddy and Brian every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. right here on 1360 AM. And their first show is on the 4th of July.
I know, what luck.
It's terrible. You know what I think? I think people are going to watch the fireworks and be like, man, I really want to know what happened with Ridley Scott during behind the scenes of Alien. You know, what did he say to Sigourney Weaver? You're not Jamie Lee Curtis and I'm drunk.
I was going to say, are you guys going to do like 4th of July Day movies independently? What do you got in store for the listeners for your 4th of July show? Take it away, boys.
All right, well, we were discussing this a little bit. We were trying to figure out more or less more popular B movies that everybody would know for the first show, just to get everybody going, and then we would go into the obscure stuff that nobody knows, and then you stop listening. But guess what? We still have radio shows.
What are you looking for? What would you say would be in the top 10 of the I don't know if I want to say the best, or maybe the most memorable B films.
Oh, I have to say that number one, in my opinion, might be Evil Dead for everybody, but I think the number one, if you're talking about B movies, whole independence, everything, I have to say the Toxic Avenger.
Oh, dude, you know what? You just wanted to pick up my freaking dog. We haven't even talked about Toxic. And it's so good.
Let's talk about Toxic.
Absolutely. I was a little disappointed that Toxic goes to Japan, but you know what I mean? It was one of those things where, hey, you know what? They got to pick up. Might as well do it.
That was worse than Godzilla 2000.
Oh, really? That was no Godzuki or nothing.
Yeah, the thing about Toxic in Japan is like such a micro budget, and you're going to Japan, you're filming on a micro budget where Japan's expensive already, you know. And then they came out with Citizen Toxie with Joey Kaufman and the president of Trevor Video, very nice guy, sweetheart. You go to any of all the film con.
He's a Jersey guy, right?
Jersey guy, exactly. Toxic Avenger was the first superhero from New Jersey, and that's not it's North Jersey, but we're a little bit on the southern. But who cares? It's New Jersey. New Jersey, we're so close to each other, but so far. And Lloyd Kaufman's a sweetheart. He's just that guy you go up to, and he'll sign your autograph for free. Doesn't want anything because he believes in true independent cinema. And that's why I give it Toxic Avenger number one.
So what else we got on that top 5 list?
Top 5 list? Oh boy. I have to say at number 2, it was very close to the Toxic Avenger. I have to say it's a classic. George Romero's The Night of the Living Dead.
Oh yes, the original black and white.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That might be. That film was actually. It was more of as independent film as it was. it was such a well done film.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yes.
acting in it was amazing.
Absolutely.
It really was. I mean, it was what it lacked in, you know, the gore and everything, and it was still scary as. Oh man, still to this day, it gets me. The black and white.
It made up with charisma. See, that was the thing. There you go. That's a good word, right?
It is a good word for it. Absolutely, charisma. You know, and it does. It leaves something to the imagination. You know, where I don't know. Today it's just too much. I can't watch
The zombies just take their clothes off. You know, you got nothing to imagine there. You know, I think zombie films were sexier when they were fully clothed. You know, I think that it, turned me on and got me thinking, I'd have sex with a zombie.
I would like to see a zombie breast reconstruction. Just for that.
It's weird though, sometimes you watch those you watch those zombie shows and you're just like, she's kind of hot. That female zombie.
Oh, really? What are you gonna do? You just start the game and walk out.
Well, they did make a movie called Zombie Strippers, and that is another beat.
Yes, I did see that.
That was a better one.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. Zachariah said it, I remember correctly.
There was one of those falling stars that was in it. They carried the movie. I can't remember which one.
He was fully naked.
Was he? I think so. I think
it was. Like, what was that, 1,000 Maniacs?
Oh man, that was a good movie. I remember the original movie from the 70s. Herschel Gordon Lewis, he directed. I think it was him. It was 2000 Maniacs, and that was as brutal as it was.
This is a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to listen to your show. I do enjoy it. I do.
Well, I feel like I'm learning a lot of stuff because I don't know a lot about the genre. So it's definitely something I'm getting interested in now. Like the fact that it has this really kind of cool cult following. I don't know.
You gotta love IFC, and you gotta love sci-fi.
Yes.
Right now, sci-fi is a 24-hour, creature double feature. Dr. Spock. They are bringing back the only thing that I don't like about it is there's too much CGI in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'd much rather see a cheesy plaster of Paris creature come out of a doorway than to see that stupid looking thing that looks like it came out of, it just walked out of a video game.
That was always an interest in mine. Was I would love to go into the sci-fi makeup and the sci-fi kind of monster stuff because that's cool. Like it's really cool. It was kind of something I used to really want to do was like do the sort of like monster makeup. Like that's awesome. Like they put so much work. It's an art form, and the fact that it's slowly fading is upsetting.
Oh yeah, and you know what? One of the movies that got ruined for me was I Am Legend. It was so good up until the monsters started coming out, and it looked like I was playing some video game on PC back in 1996.
And that's what and I guess they think in their eyes because they've watched the progression of it that it's better.
Yes.
It really is. And there's somebody said to allow your imagination to take that in and something to scare you.
It's like George Lucas syndrome, like just relying on the computer so much. It's like, just get some good makeup artists. And honestly, like you said, that movie was excellent until you see them, and also they're jumping 50 feet in the air. They're doing all these ridiculous things. It kind of ruined it for me,
Oh yeah. And you heard about the new Brad Pitt movie, World War Z.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got like the whole budget together. It has nothing to do with the book, and these zombies look like it looks like water, looks like Deep Impact when like the water comes out of the that's what the zombies look like, and it's all CGI. And we actually I was watching a report last night. He actually they had a movie come out. They had the World War Z come out 2 days in advance. $50 for the ticket. $50 to see a movie 2 days in advance. And I wonder if it has to do with anything because Brad Pitt put a lot of the money, took a lot of money out of his pocket to put towards that movie.
He also showed up.
Oh yeah, he probably sat next to you and he was like, "Hey, I'm Brad Pitt. What am I doing now?"
Talking about that, they did do the pre-screening of that movie, and Brad Pitt actually showed up at the theater in New Jersey for Preston and Steve's showing of World War Z. And I thought that was pretty cool. They were doing a lot of ticket giveaways and everything like that. But still, seeing Brad Pitt live would not make me want to go see that movie. I'm sorry.
His wife.
Look how Tom Cruise again, Brad Pitt.
That was a cool movie, though. Interview with a Vampire.
God.
That was an awesome movie.
I think that happened at the point where he started to get into Scientology. That was right at that moment where he started to go crazy, where he did Interview. No! You know what I'd like to see these movies we're talking about? That would be great. And Brian, you've been there. I heard about it before Emily told me this. They have a beautiful drive-in movie theater. Where is it? Down in Vineland?
Damn.
It's only the Delsey Drive-In.
The Delsey Drive-In?
I've been dying to go there.
Dude, and me and you date night.
I feel like we should probably rephrase that. Hey, me and you, awesome dude, playing football night. That's where we watch.
Jimmy was excluded from the invitation.
Oh, Jimmy, you're coming. It's midnight.
I'll bring a mosquito ring.
Yo, Peter, bitches, it's guy night, guys. Buddy, what's up, Buddy Smith?
Instead of a date night, why don't you have a three-way?
Ooh, I like
You have to
that.
add any sentence like that with the word ladies, just to make it sound any creepier. Hey, Lewis and Tim, would you like to have a three-way?
You know, sometimes, I think to myself, it would be great, but I could kind of use a nice romantic night with my buddies.
It's a whole new meaning to B-movie. My God, B-movies with Buddy and Brian. What the hell are your listeners in for?
My butt movies.
Movies.
Movies just makes you open your cheeks.
I actually have a little tidbit. You're talking about B-movies. I was in a B-horror movie, you ready for this? Called Cheerleader Massacre, and they had one line.
Cheerleader.
I was a football player in my life. Was you ready? You're going down, bitch. That was my one line. My one line in the film.
The best part about the movie is it's actually on Netflix right now. But it's not. You can see Women's Cemetery and Cheerleader Massacre on Netflix.
No way.
I've been in this business for over 20 years. I've been in this business for over 20 years, acting professionally, film, television, stage, and there are some things you're just not proud of. And apparently, one of my unproud moments is on Netflix.
On Netflix. Netflix is probably the greatest thing for $7 a month if you're doing the online streaming. I was actually paying for it. I'm a proud person to say this. I've been paying for Netflix for about 3 years. Ever since I started going big and hit the PS3. But my brother's boyfriend actually worked on the Wendy Williams show, and thank you, Wendy Williams. I had Netflix for 2 years for free because he got to work on that show. So now I get to see Lewis do a scene for free. I don't have to pay anything to see that.
You can come to my house and see me see you.
It sounds like a Saturday morning.
You said that right in front of me, Lewis. I already found out.
Can you do some sports?
Put
You said that was your unproud moment for me! Let's
I don't know what the hell happened to this show.
let's bring some testosterone.
A hard left somewhere out there.
With a new little segment we got going on here.
Oh, yeah!
We're called, what are we called?
Round Boys.
The agony of the beat. So Jimmy Rambo, Jimmy Graham,
Yes,
Jimmy
sir.
Sports Corner. Tell us what's happening in the sports world.
Oh my gosh, today, Chad from Cinco Johnson was released from jail after apologizing to Judge Kathleen McHugh for his now famous ass slap. What about that, right?
What happened? What do you do?
He got in trouble for abusing his wife.
Okay.
Okay, he pushed her. It was one of those things, they're back together, no big deal. But he had to go in front of the judge.
Okay.
And his lawyer got him off.
How do you get him off?
He got him a good deal. Get him to bed. No, so he got him off without any fine, no big deal. And once he got the verdict, he looked to the right at his lawyer and said, "Good job," and slapped him in the ass like a football player would.
But she's not a football player.
No, Judge Kathleen McHugh was very upset and said, "I don't think you're taking this seriously, and you're going to jail for 30 days.
Wow.
So she put him in jail for 30
Can
days.
she do that just for him slapping his lawyer's ass?
Yes, she can do whatever she wants. She's a judge.
Wow.
She's a judge. Well,
I thought the verdict was done.
it was, but then she said, well, she had an option to to, go ahead, what you're gonna say?
Well, the one thing they don't mention is that it's really upset for his son, Alex, who you might find on Sunday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Tim Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you for putting a punchline right in the middle of my setup.
Oh, Jimmy, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now back to sports. Jimmy, what's going on?
He got off today. They let him out because he apologized. Okay, so he apologized to her and she let him out. On his way out of court, he actually called Judge McHugh a blessing in disguise for throwing him back in the slammer. But of course, we had Wnjc, who went one step further and was quoted to say, "I love her to death." All right. Immediately after that, it was after the press release, Amanda Bynes checked herself in for plastic surgery to have a permanent scowl installed on her face. While tweeting that McHugh was ugly, and she wanted Chad to love her vagina to death.
Oh, why doesn't Chad love a vagina? I think a lot of people are familiar with a vagina.
Wait, so is it true he got out because he apologized?
Yes, he apologized. He spent a weekend in jail.
Tim, that's a good point. What message are we showing? You're a football player, you slap your lawyer on the ass, you go to jail for it, but you say, I'm sorry, and now you're out in the free world to slap your asses.
I do not think it was a problem. I think she overreacted. In his world, that is quite acceptable. It's what is done. And he didn't do it. You have to see it. If you saw it, it wasn't done like, yeah. It was like, good job.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Jimmy Sports. No, I ain't done. Oh my God, I'm such an ass.
These movie codes are going to fall asleep.
That's okay, good game.
Tiger Woods finished 113th in the U.S. Open at 13 strokes over, complaining about a sore elbow. What do you expect from a guy that had to go to rehab for sex addiction? Anyway, he goes cold turkey, then 13 strokes over. Looking sore too. So maybe he's on antidepressants. After witnessing Sean Stefani's ace on the 17th in Marion Woods, reportedly was asked to be excused for 10 minutes and returned promptly wearing an pair of pants.
Oh, Wnjc.
And the Ford Motor Company celebrated its 1,000th, can I say it right? Yeah, that's a number. Victory as Greg Biffler reached the winning line at the Quickie Loans 400 Sprint Cup race on Sunday. Yeah, 1,000 wins.
Nice.
Quickie Loans. Yeah, no wonder Ford didn't need that bailout money. What do you think? And that, my friends,
It's Jimmy.
now we're what? That's the fat guy.
Nice, I love it. Well, and you know what? You can look forward to more segments like that on Coffee and Cigarettes. We got Jimmy Sports Corner, weird Craigslist ads. We love that. We're going to have it next week. But guys, how awesome is that? Weird Craigslist ads.
Awesome.
Now, before we wrap up the show, I just want to talk about a couple things before we wrap up the show. First of all, Buddy Smith and Brian Enright, the new co-hosts of B-Movies with Buddy and Brian, which premiere July 4th. That's coming up right here on 1360 AM. And after that premiere, you can hear B-Movies with Buddy and Brian every Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Show. And not just B-Movies with Buddy and Brian, Coffee and Cigarettes, and all the fine programming here on 1360 AM. You can always listen to us anywhere in the country on www.wnjc1360.com. Now, I wanted to tell you guys something. At the end of the show, we all just recap, plug a few things we want, talk about what's going on in our lives before we say good night to you fine folks. And I know earlier in the show, that's Tourette for I'm an ass and I take too long to talk. Sorry about that, guys.
7 people have their hands up right now. Just like, he's over there.
There's children in the closet.
There are 1,200 Spanish people just waiting for the next
I think they love it. Basically, what I was trying to say, I'm trying to form the thought in my head. What the heck?
Well, I believe we were doing the moment of the show. How did you learn? One thing I learned is that Muppets have feelings too. Especially when they're in prison and their feelings are when you're down under.
Well, I mentioned earlier in the show, and I'm getting to that right now. I'll be opening for Jackie the Joke Man Motlin this weekend.
Nice.
I do a radio show called Waking Up with the Wolf on 100.9. I don't have the website in front of me. Check out the website. Just Google Waking Up with the Wolf 100.9. As soon as you go to the page, you'll see all the information for Jackie the Joke Man Motlin. I'll be opening for him this Saturday in Albany. Buddy, you're the man. I think he's on top of it now, getting that info. Just go to the main website and Tourette's has its own mind. I really
Tourette's, otherwise it would be Tourette's.
Tourette's, I like that. Dude, I'm thrilled to be opening for this man. He's a legend. A lot of you guys, millions of people know him all over the country from the Howard Stern Show. What a hell of a stand-up guy, no pun intended. He's a very funny comic, and he's a legend. They actually at one point had an action figure of just his torso and his head, this little plastic toy, and he'd press his head, and he would just say one-liner joke after another. He's the king of one-liners.
One of the other action figures they had was just his legs. They really didn't sell as well, though.
Sorry, it wasn't just his legs.
Buddy Smith, go ahead, bro.
You can check out Lewis on 100.9 with Jackie the Joke Man at albanyrock.com.
albanyrock.com.
This
Albany Rock. And also, I'd like to say, I'm seeing, when I get back from Albany this weekend, the following weekend, I'm thrilled I'll be front row to see our own Tim Reinhardt in the production. Ready for this? Jimmy, it's not called Pee on Me. It's not called Golden Shower.
No, that was one of my unproud moments.
That's one of my personal videos that I have made and repeatedly watch. You're going down, bitch.
I was in that video.
Tim Reinhardt, our buddy, he's starring in Urinetown, the musical at the Eagle Theater. It stars you. Get it out, take your time.
Who actually was not from this country.
I can't believe it. You can get your tickets at This is one of the most hilarious shows that hit Broadway. Now it's hitting the South Jersey theater scene. It's being done at the Eagle Theater. Guys, get your tickets and see Urinetown the musical with our very own Tim Reinhardt by going to www.theeagletheater.com. And also, I'd like to say that I, over the weekend, got to see two shows. I got to see the Great American Trailer Park Musical. I got to see that at the Ritz. What a fantastic production. Mutual, what do you call it? Very, talented people at that theater company. They did a great job. And our very own friend, he's been on the show, Eli Wood, in 39 Steps. I got to see him on Saturday night. Guys, it is a hell of a bitchin' comedy. You gotta see the 39 Steps at Haddonfield's Plays and Brothers. And I gotta tell you, Eli, on behalf of Coffee and Cigarettes, we love you, brother. Congratulations. Now we're almost running out of time, so we're gonna go to Jimmy. Jimmy, where can people see you next perform?
You can see me this Sunday at Little Comedy Club in Glassboro, at littlecomedyclub.net. The following week, guys, I'm going to be at Sarcasm's Comedy Club. I want you guys to all come out and check it out. It's going to be the taping of my new DVD. Mom only slept on picture day. Come on, guys. I actually have a picture of me in 3rd grade, and it really happened.
And Jimmy Graham, you're also the new face of Her's Potato Chips.
Yes, I will be coming out. In fact, that will be airing the July 1st. Every Philly game, you will see my commercial with my face of my heat stroke as I was filming that commercial. Yes, it was awesome. I almost puked on that Her. It was awesome.
And Tim, do you have anything to add to the show before we're going to wrap it up?
Jimmy on that? I'm doing everything you could possibly think of. Also, I own in England, and Jack, what do you got? No, I mean, that's fine.
Brian, what do you have to say to goodbye before we leave our listeners?
Just to top that 39 steps. I thought there was only 12 steps. But anyway, thanks for having us on your show. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun, guys. I mean, can't wait to hit it off. And, get to have each other on each other's shows from now on.
That's a romantic date.
That is, you can listen to B-Movies with Buddy and Brian. You can listen to B-Movies with Buddy and Brian. Would you shut the hell up, Tourette's? B-Movies with Buddy and Brian. It's a new, I'm already calling it a hit show because I know you guys, it's going to be a hit.
My favorite thing is when Louis talks, when his voice gets like this, you should see him because there's times he has his hands around his throat like he's being strangled by a ghost. It's hilarious.
I love you, Tim. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I'm a jackass. B-Movies with Buddy and Brian. You can listen premiere July 4th on 1360 AM Wnjc. Also check out their website, buddyandbrian.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You've been listening to Coffee and Cigarettes right here on 1360 AM. I need to get drunk. On 1360 AM, WNJC. Good night, guys.
God bless you, Uncle Chippy. That's for you, sir.
Just for you. God bless. Coffee and Cigarettes. We out.
Sure. You know Trekkie Monster upstairs?
Yes.
I love
Trekkie Monster, and you're Kate Monster.
All right. Let's save this time. All right, let's save.